to another edition of Tribulation Ready Survival. I'm Michael, and I've got a video today that's not a project, but it's going to be a discussion. It's meant to motivate us to discuss through our social media on Facebook or even in the comments down below. So here's what I want to discuss today. If you were without services, electricity, gas, water, trash, all of the services, would you be able to function in the course of those events, if that happens? Now, mind you, I hope that doesn't happen, but it is in our best interest to be prepared for the things that could possibly happen. And humans have been living for thousands of years without electricity. Generally, we used power. Generally, we used fire to cook and even for cleaning things, sanitation. Fire was still used for water purification, light. It's a great thing. And so being able to live without these services, including electronics, including the internet, if it was just completely back to the 1800s, would you be able to survive? Now, I'm going to make a somewhat educated ventured guess, and I would say that 70 to 75% of the population would have no idea how to function. I know this because there are people out there who have grown up not knowing how to start a fire, let alone a barbecue, because they push a button, electric igniter, propane, there it is, the fire started. It's that simple. See, we've come to a point where in society, I believe, that everything is a matter of convenience. It's convenient to have prepackaged food. It's convenient to have a car and just drive wherever you want to get your next meal, to get the things you need for your backyard. We have become spoiled. And without those services that are being brought directly to your house, most people will have no idea what to do. And you'll run into things like mob mentality. These people, we've seen it just this past weekend, people in Chicago, a bunch of teens going crazy. That's mob mentality. Some of those people in that large group of thousands of people wouldn't have normally been in that type of situation, but a lot of them would have. And what happens? They go in, they cause all kinds of destruction, they take all kinds of stuff because they can. And it's there. And when there's a large group of people, nobody's going to do anything about it. At least they think no one's going to do anything about it. They're not accountable. But here's the deal about that. Everything that they destroyed, everything that they took, is something that is made for their convenience. Phones, shoes, clothing, all that stuff. It's just a convenience. And the Bible says that those things are going to pass away. They're meaningless. So, okay, they took a bunch of meaningless stuff. Companies are going to lose a bunch of money. Get it. But those are the type of people that we have to keep our eyes open for, that when we're without basic services, they're going to grow into giant mobs like that and take people's stuff. Okay? Now, this is not a personal protection video. This is, you don't want to be a part of one of those mobs. You don't want to be in a situation where you have become so dependent on other people to make stuff that the only thing you know to do is go out and steal or go out and cause havoc and those types of things. You don't want to be one of those people. I know you're my viewers. I don't want to be one of those people either. In fact, I would prefer to starve or lose my life trying to stay alive than be a part of something like that. Now, how can we prepare to be without services? To be without all of those things? Well, there's a couple of things. Number one on the list is we as believers need to continue to pray. We need to search ourselves, remove our sin, and repent for whatever sins we've done. We need to do our best to follow Torah. I would venture to say that not one of those people in any of those mobs this last weekend were Torah followers, because a real Torah follower would know better than that. I mean, it's the Torah. We know what's in it, right? So those types of things, that's just the first thing we need to focus on. Okay, our relationship with Yeshua, and with Yeshua and with God. So the second thing I think that's important is to be able to be self-sufficient as much as possible. There is no way anyone on this earth is going to be able to be completely self-sufficient to the point where they got everything they need in one spot all the time. They may need a neighbor, they may need a friend, they may need, family members, those types of things. You're never going to be able to do it just by yourself in this world. You've got to have Yeshua, and you're going to have family, you're going to have friends that you have to work with to get things done in daily life. Now, what I have here is, I'm going to hold this up in front of my face. I have a list of 100, is it 100? Nah, it's more than that. This is 228 different things or skills that will help you to muddle through or survive and thrive during a time where you have no services, if you will. You can't go to Walmart. You can't go to Walgreens. You aren't going to have prescriptions. People don't realize that their stuff that they're taking, they're not going to be available to them. So I'm not going to read through this entire list. I am going to include it on the Facebook page, available for download. And I think it may actually already be there, but I'm going to verify that it is. Now, what I have been doing is I have been going through this list, and I've been working on these things as I have time, in my spare time, when I've got the resources to do them. And I'm going to go over a couple of these, and I've gone through and I've marked myself or whoever else knows how to do this. And it's not just, can I start a fire? But can I regularly, reliably do this? Not just do I have the information. Okay? Don't scratch anything off on this until you are good at doing it. That's my advice. But some of the things that I've been working on, we have getting a book on wild foraging and regularly go foraging to obtain those things from the wild that we can use for medicine, for food, for pain relief, all of these things. In fact, yesterday I just built a drying rack in my house, in my garage, where I'm at now, to do that, because I actually had racks and they keep getting spilled. So I put a specific spot in my garage just for that reason, so we don't lose them, because they are 100% important. Foraging skills. That's something that I've been working on, and I'm good enough that I think in a pinch I could do okay. But I still need to continue to work and grow and learn. I mean, there's so many things out there to forage. Learning techniques for cooking outdoors. Can you cook outdoors? Can you cook or roast outdoors on a barbecue or a spit? Or do you know how to put a spit together to roast a roast? But can you cook in different methods over a fire? You know, I can, and I have, and I'm confident with it. Everything from cooking in a cast iron skillet to cooking on a barbecue. Here's another one I haven't done yet, but I want to learn how to make flour tortillas, or corn tortillas even. Haven't gotten to that one yet. That may be a winter thing. I'm not sure, when I'm kind of cooped up inside trying to stay warm. Food dehydration, making cheese from raw milk, storing seeds. That's one that I've been working on. In fact, right behind me here, I have a whole bunch of seeds being stored appropriately. You know, all of these things on this list are important. There's just so many that I think you need to learn, and I'm going to put these out there, and hopefully what it does is it gives you, like, because there's things on here I never would have thought of. Never would have thought of learning to make my own shoes. I might be able to do that. I don't know. If I had some leather, I've learned enough from a friend of mine that does leather work. I think I could make a pair of slippers. Yeah, I mean, they may not be pretty, but they're slippers. There's just all sorts of things that I would like you to look at on here. And so what that'll do is these skills and this knowledge will be something that we can use when we don't have the services that we need, including things like some of my previous videos, how to stay cool when it's hot, how to stay warm when it's cold, how to find water. So these skills will help you become more self-sufficient, and are skills that not only, like myself, when you're watching these videos, you're learning along with me in most cases, and in some cases I'm teaching you. You'll be able to take these skills, pass them on to your family, pass them on to your friends, teach somebody, because it's information that even if you don't end up having to use it, you still can use it. These skills that I'm going to list in here, that I'm going to provide that document to you guys, they are so important. And there's 228 of them. We may never get all through them. And some of you may already be professionals at some of those. I myself am a professional at several of them. I think that it's that important. It's become aware that I have friends who know me very well, and they don't watch my videos, and they have no idea that I just put a video out. Not only is that sad, but it's going to be one of those things where they had the opportunity to learn and they chose not to learn it. They think that I'm going to be the one to do all that stuff. Now, here's another aspect of this list. This list with all the skills on it, you may not have all those skills. My wife has the foraging skills. I have been learning from her, alongside of her, and now I've got some of those skills. Okay? So what happens if my wife isn't around? when I need to use these skills, I won't be able to function in that manner. So these are skills that you can work together and learn as a group, and put these skills together because and learn together, because somebody may not be around with the skills to work with whatever's going on, and then someone's out of luck. Having these skills learned and known by multiple people is super important, because I may not be around when someone needs to start a fire or cook something over a spit or on a stick or purify water. If I'm not around, they're going to have no idea what to do. My goal is to give you as much information as I possibly can and not include politics. So, with that being said, folks, I'm going to post this up on Facebook, and we want you to get social. We want you to make a comment down below. We want you to comment on the video post so that we can get social about this. What are some skills that are not on this list that maybe we need to add to that list? Or what are some of the skills that you're good at that you can pass on to somebody else? So, with that being said, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for spending time with me, and have a good one.